Bladsy 96. Okay. Gelukkig het die sin ene net een uitbreiding, but the cos double angle has 3 different expansions. And our challenge is to know when to use which one. Okay, and you guys can go and look on page nee. On page 96, they show you where they got those from. Want hierdie ene is nou eintlik net sin theta plus theta. Nee? Do you guys agree? If I got to 2 theta, I just say theta plus theta, which I can expand to that. As ek gaan kyk na daai saamgestelde hoeke van my. Okay, and then do you guys agree those two are like terms? Dit maak mos nie saak dat hulle in verskillende volgordes is nie, hè? Altyd van hulle dieselfde hoek in, so jy kan hulle bymekaar tel. And all of the rest of them for this one is on page 96 as well. Waar jy nou mooi kan gaan kyk hoe het hulle by daai verskillendes uitgekom. Maar dit begin ook met cos theta plus theta, because it's just a special type of compound angle. Okay, but I don't want to spend time on that now. I want to make something very clear. En julle gaan nou lag, en dan kom die eksamen, en dan doen jy dit ook. So moenie lag nie, fokus liewers. Those 3 things are different. Nee? It's very important that we understand this. Those 3 things are not the same in any way. There's a big difference between sine squared theta and sine 2 theta, and when the 2 is in front. Nee? As hy langs die theta staan, as die 2 langs die theta staan, dan beteken dit ek het 2 van daai hoeke. I have 2 of those angles. Okay? If the 2 is in front, then it means I have 2 of those function of angles. It's 2 completely different things. Do not be confused by them. Okay? Moenie dink, o, okay, lekker, sê nou maar ek het so iets. O, ek ken hom. No. That is sine squared theta. Nee, dit is waar. It's not the same thing. That is not true. This is true. Okay, got it. Almal by. Goed, kom ons doen nog 'n paar voorbeelde van hulle. So for my first example, evaluate this. No. Okay. As ons kyk na daai 4 uitbreidings wat ons het, lyk een van hulle soortgelyk aan dit wat ek al onder neergeskryf het. Which one? Count them 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one? The second one, né? Do you guys agree? Cos squared theta minus sine squared theta looks similar to this. Cos squared 15 minus sine squared 15. Okay, so ek gaan hom gebruik en sê, in other words, I can write this going from right to left, going in the opposite direction. I can write that as cos 2 times theta, and in this case, theta is 15. Né? So wat is daai? 30. Cos of 30. Which I can most simplify. Okay? Dit vat 'n bietjie oefening om hulle te begin raak sien, né? Maar verstaan julle waarmee ek hier besig is? Jy gaan kyk, soos wat lyk dit? And then you move them around. Okay, let's make it more ingewikkeld. Similar to which one? Well, hy is soortgelyk aan die derde een en die vierde ene, né? Want die derde een se volgorde lyk dieselfde as syne, but I can't just change something from sine to cos. So I have to do something else. I'm looking at the fourth one here. Ek kyk nou na die vierde ene. How can I, now you have to dig deep into the archives of your knowledge. I want those two terms swapped around. Okay, that's close. I can't times with minus 1 because this isn't an equation. It's an expression. Né? Jy kan mos nie net maal met minus 1 by 'n uitdrukking nie, because it doesn't have a left and a right hand side that you can do it on. But times minus 1 is on the right track. I can do something else. If you factorize out a minus 1, then you must change it around. Do you guys remember that from grade 9? In graad 9 het julle sulke gedoen. If I asked you to simplify that, then you had to go and say, I need those two brackets to look the same. So those two cancel out and I'm left with minus 1. Onthou julle? Omruiling noem ons hom. I would not know what the English for that is. Swapping around. Okay, so you agree that now what is standing in this bracket looks the same as that fourth expansion. Né? Okay, bring nou net jou minus saam. So now I'm just going to say this minus comes along because I need it there. Because that minus changed it to something that I can use. En hierdie word nou cos 2 maal die hoek. So it's negative cos 45, which is negative, rather write it as root 2 over 2. But I what? I did not forget the minus 1. Remember, this is equal to this. Look, I'm working in that direction. I didn't forget the minus 1. I said that is an expansion of a double angle of cos. So that is equal to that. Maar in plaas van theta het hy nou 22,5. So it was 2 cos squared theta minus 1 is equal to cos 2 theta. But in the place of theta, I now have an actual angle. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, um, no, ma'am, it's just that.
We're going to practice more. Okay. Good.
So, ma'am, you didn't use the minus one in there.
It's like an identity. No?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay? So if it's an identity, the one is equal to the other one. You don't lose the minus one along the way.
Okay, yes, ma'am. But then, ma'am, on the other side, there's also a minus one. Thereby, the two. I'm using the fourth one, right?
Yeah?
There's a minus one there.
Yes. So this whole thing is equal to that. Do you see it goes from 2 terms to 1 term?
Oh, so now, okay. Okay, now.
Good? Ek sou deur my hele handboek gegaan het as ek jy was. Okay. Goeie. Good?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we getting there? Okay. Good. Let's try this.
Oh. Oh.
On the first day of school. Now we have to focus.
Fine.
Skryf ek so lelik.
Oh, yes.
Vindelik lê. Okay, now previously this would have been easy because you go and look for the quadrant, you fill in 2 of the sides, find the third side, and then Bob's your uncle. Okay? But now the issue is one of them is in terms of 2a and the other one is in terms of a. En jy kan hom nie net gaan verdubbel nie. Jy kan nie net sê dis 24 op 26 nie. Jy kan nie dit doen nie. Because that is an angle. So it's as good as working with 30 degrees versus 60 degrees. Okay? You can't just double something. But I'm still going to start off by drawing this in the correct quadrant. So, in which quadrant will this one be? I agree with you about quadrant 3. How did you get to quadrant 3? Sê maar net geraai. Okay, it has to be, according to that, it has to be there or there or there. No? What's my other piece of information? It's that sign is negative. And sign is negative in 3 and 4. No? So the only quadrant that has 2 kolletjies in them is quadrant 3. Stem julle saam? Okay. So ek gaan teken daai ene hier. Okay. What do I do next? Hoe vind ek die waarde van x? Good, Pythagoras. Quickly work it out. Too slow, it's 5. But is it 5? Why is it negative 5? Hy's in daai kwadrant, né? Hy's aan die linkerkant van die y-as. You need to remember everything you know. Hierdie is die nuwe werkie, né? This is all long class. Okay. Now, from that triangle, I can read off sine A, cos A, or tan A. I cannot read off cos 2A. I can't. You can't. But now,